Hey, everybody. It's the return of Alexander A. Manzoni with Manzoni in the morning. Fuck yeah, here we go. It's the morning. Got my shit set up. I got a 2-computer system going on here. We got one recording and I got one to read shit off of. It's been a rough couple of weeks, rough couple of months. It has been a rough fucking year. Thank you very much. No, thank you. Thank you for helping making it so amazing. Who am I talking to? The ghost behind the computer? I don't know. Maybe there's someone else in the room with me. Who knows? Actually, there isn't. I'd like to have an assistant. Apply. You could send your resume to Alexander_Manzoni@yahoo.com. Thank you very much. If you'd like. I have a lot of crazy adventures. Can't pay you much. But we'll work that out eventually. I got these endorsement deals going with Anchor. I make 1 cent for every listen. Hey, that's something, isn't it? All right. Now, what do we got here on the plate? We've had fires. We've got a president with fucking COVID. We've got Ruth Bader Ginsburg dying. Oh, fucking hell has been breaking loose on this crazy election season. 2020, the nightmare year. So I have been writing, and that's what I've been doing instead of recording podcasts. Sorry that I've been gone, but I'm sure you've seen me ranting my ass off on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any one of those things. You know, it's been a lot of good conversations, and by good conversations, I mean crazy-ass MAGA idiots coming onto my page telling me that I'm a dumbass, or that I should go kill myself. Well, you know what? You go kill yourself, you fucking cocksucker. You fucking motherfuckers. That's why I got to get my revenge by getting out there and running my mouth. Because they're running their mouths. I'm going to do my thing. All right? I'm doing my thing. You do fucking yours, okay? Let's get to some fucking poetry. How about that? First poem for the day is R.B.G's Revenge. The president is sick. The first lady is sick. Is this a trick laying contemptuously before Election Day? Or has COVID karma finally had its way with the Tyrant King and Queen? All they had to do was mask up, but they felt a need to be mask holes. Excuse us while the Democrats and snowflakes among us gloat. Did you not notice? You said it was a hoax. Now you'd better hope they've both got great immune systems, fortified by the greatest, worst healthcare in the world. That you and your group want to cut further. Cut another essential program, why don't you? We're all just tools for them to use. May they lose come November. May white supremacy lose. May brutalize and kill crazy murder police lose. May oil companies lose stock market speculators. Because when they win, we don't. As much as a comment beginning with actually will sarcastically suggest otherwise. Get out of here. Don't believe the lies. Believe the crimes against us, against the whole of humanity, against 70,000 migrant children who had no say when their parents chose to carry them over the border. I don't know if it's 70,000 or 2,000. That number keeps changing. It might be 70,000, including the parents. I don't fucking know. Against poor black girls sleeping soundly in their beds. Against foreigners in shithole countries under near constant American drone attack. against students whose only mistake was coming to school on the day of the killing spree, against protesters who were peaceful but found themselves shot and some became blind. All of these crimes and more have been presented to you by the Republican elite. Republican! Don't meet them halfway. Defeat them, and don't let them lead you around with straw man arguments like they do. The moment of truth has come. Will you stand against tyranny? Or will you allow it to ferment and fester? Have you learned a lesson? Or are you all in with the ungodly false king? Don't you bring your hate to our doorsteps. You are unwelcome here. Isn't that interesting? Because these Republicans would be like the ones that say, you're the one who's being hateful. You're the one who hates us. Fuck you and your Confederate flag. Fuck you and your KK hood. Fuck you and your goddamn evangelical motherfuckers saying that, oh, you got to give me money so I can buy an airplane because Jesus wants me to ride in a private jet. Fuck you, and fuck you. You know, I gotta say something. I see a lot of people being stupid online, and I don't go onto your page and fucking tell you you're an asshole. I don't. I fucking don't. But other people think that's great, and that's what they do to me. They come in and say that my beliefs are stupid, and I am an idiot. And it's like, you're a fucking Republican. Of course you're not gonna fucking believe my shit. And what the fuck are you doing following my page anyway? I wrote all this fucking political poetry, Democrat fucking leaning, and I've been doing it for years, ever since this Nazi came into the office, this tyrant motherfucker. I don't care if he's sick. I'm not going to be like, get well soon. Fuck you very much, well soon. You infected so many people. You are responsible for murdering so many people. Dead caskets, and people who weren't even allowed to see their loved ones on their deathbeds, and they weren't allowed to have real funerals, and you're driving around infecting your Secret Service agents with your fucking murder breath. Fuck you. I can't wait to see you get out of office. And if you don't get out of office, then I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. This whole country's gonna fucking explode. Because I don't think we can handle another 4 years of this goddamn shit. And you know what? 4 years, hey, at least we survived this long. You know, we can at least prove to ourselves, you say to ourselves, we survived the fucking toughest years of our lives. Though according to the Republicans, these are the best years. But then they're also the worst years because, they need to make it great again. They got to make America great again from all these Antifa. You know, Ozzy, you fucking sheriff motherfucker, you released that fucking Antifa press release a few weeks ago that I saw, and it was saying, don't believe what they say on the network news. They're saying that Antifa is not a true organization. It's more of an ideology. And he's like, no, you better be very scared because they're coming for you. They're coming for you. You know who's coming for you? The goddamn Proud Boys, the goddamn KKK, all these fuckers that when there's riots and there's protests here, they show up, the cops let them roam the streets after curfew with their guns, their assault rifles, pointing them at whoever the fuck they want. I hate them so much. This is my recommendation that, you know, if you're going to go to a protest, you got to be very brave and be very prepared. Because I'm not fucking going to protests anymore, not with this shit going on. It's going to be very hard for me to do my podcast if I get my eyes shot out with rubber bullets. Or, get my neck broken by some cop jumps on my neck or runs me over with a bike and then backs up over me and does it again or something. Or some fucking Nazi drives a car into the goddamn fucking... right into the fucking protesters, because that's what they're doing now. And this is the world we're dealing with. So, you know what? They say that I'm full of hate. Well, then, fuck you, I'm full of hate, because you're 10 times more fucking hateful than me. At least my hate is built on love. A love for this country. Love for my fellow man. And it doesn't matter if they're white, black, Hispanic, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, I don't give a fuck. If they're human, then there are brothers and sisters and non-binary associates. So I don't know what kind of fucking country you want. You want the country that Robert E. Lee wanted, that fucking Jefferson Davis and all those motherfuckers. Well, and then you say, well, you know, the KKK used to be Democrats. Yeah, the Republicans used to not be assholes, too. So what do you got to say about that, you fuckheads? Whew. I am pissed. And this is the life I live. I am like, keep everything bottled up all day, and I write in the morning. I got my little bit of writing done, but I kind of keep to myself. Go out. I don't fucking go do any crazy shit. I watch my TV. Get up in the morning. I make my fucking coffee. Just trying to fucking live. With all the shit going down there on the other part of this house, I gotta fucking keep myself occupied somehow. Craziness. And I don't want to talk about all that shit that's going down there. Down there. But rest assured, some crazy shit. But it's been quiet lately, so I'm happy about that. And I'm going to just keep going with that momentum that nobody's been giving us too much shit lately. So I'm going to rejoice. Re-fucking-joice. Here's the next poem. The Tyrant King. The Tyrant King cometh. For the past 4 years we have lived under a Republican wave of terror. The American criminal enterprise, no better than John Gotti or his crew. What's the use? Why speak out? They refuse to listen. They only concentrate on one or two issues, and that's all that matter to them. Pro-life, pro-bullshit, pro-Confederacy, anti-immigrant, anti-gay, anti-anyone who isn't white and way too proud of it. The tyrant lies. He changes the rules of the game every day. The whole system is rigged, fraudulent, until the unfairness suits you and your vicious army of insanity. They make no qualms. They are not here to fix the system, like they say. They are here to take advantage of it, wherever possible. Any dirty trick in the book, it's up their sleeves and ready to play at any time on this riot-scarred table. You must vote. Even with the power of many, it still may not be enough. Russia is doing whatever possible to circumvent our electoral system. But blank is going to protect us from China by selling us out to Putin. I'm saying blank for his fucking name from now on because I'm censoring his shit in my fucking work. Let's wipe him from the memory of history, shall we? Can you say it, Republicans, autocrats? I'm so sick of the orange demons ever rising and Viagra-inspired erection for autocrats. Can you say it, Republicans, autocrats? Not a word in your vocabulary. Then again, most words for you aren't. Your lexicon can be writ at length on a couple of cocktail napkins. We are either at the end of one of America's worst eras or at the precipice of a new epoch. Epic. Another 4 years of this, the democracy won't last. Fascist autocracy, plutocracy, oligarchy, more words too big for you to use, Rube. They'd better slap on a bucket of lube. Because we're about to get fucked. Tyrant King, I wish to see you fall in disgrace. Instead, you gather power and flaunt the power of government to your ends. Selling beds at your hotels, selling us out to big business, corporate cunts. All I want to see is your reign of terror come to a close. And I shall hope against hope, knowing a full third of this country can't get enough of your rule. We rose up against King George because he was a tyrant. And that's what you are, blank. You shall fall either next month or in 4 years. Impeachment wasn't enough. There needs to be more, something else to quell the madness that has so thrown our checks and balances off kilter. Every day, until that point, be a little more than filler. Pass the time until this horrific age passes, and you pass into memories best left forgotten, except that if we do, we might find our country making the same mistake again someday. May there be a better way than this. Tyrant King, I sing the song of your downfall. Listen to the clarion call of angels. The universe, it is about to right itself. How's that? I bet that just pissed off some people. Well, it's already pissed off some people, you know. Just check the, someone left me a nasty comment yesterday on my RGB poem, my R.B.G. poem. I keep getting that twisted around. But you know what? It says that I'm doing something right, because if you're only getting good comments, and you're not obviously getting popular, because anyone with any fucking social media weight, it's like they have so many haters. Their comment sections are fucking hell, and that's what I got to prepare myself for, because it's just going to get worse from here, especially when I'm reading such divisive material. So, for some new stuff, I got, instead of a poem, I got a short story for you. Yes, a brand new short story, never before seen or heard. I didn't send this to any magazines, any publications, because, like, the stories I've written recently, they're kind of very in the now, especially with coronavirus and stuff, and I don't want to be waiting 6 to 8 months for them to get back to me, and then like another 6 months for them to publish it in the magazine. Next year, coronavirus might be a distant memory, and then we'll all be pissed off every time someone tries to remind us of it. They'll be like, fuck. Although I don't think it's going to end, because nothing is the way it seems anymore. But still, I want to get this poem or this story out, and it's interesting. It's about a clown. Okay, stop right there. It's a short story about a clown, and the clown is a hero. The protagonist of the story. Yes. He's not perfect, but he's trying. This is called Clowns. Reuben's Orchard, Washington State. The past few years have been especially rough for those in my line of work. What do? I'm a party clown. That's right, I can see you cringe from beyond the page. Most of us were average Joes, except a little goofier. But thanks to Evil Clown Mania, which started with the reboot of the It franchise in 2016, it's been a hell of a lot more difficult for folks like us. Most of us were not John Wayne Gacy, and we're sure as shit not Pennywise either. We're caught in an existential crisis, brought upon by social ridicule, phone junkie kids on a warpath, and the accompanying stuck-up asshole parents, drug and alcohol abuse, and a career path on a tailspin, especially once Ring-a-Ling Brothers shut down in 2017. It's a drag indeed, and I'd probably be better off doing drag. A different skill set, though. But I guess I've got to make the best of it. How, though? By continuing. By forging a path onward through the darkened night. It wasn't easy before, and it sure isn't easy now. During the week, I moonlight as an ice cream truck driver. That, combined with being a clown, led to many to speculate that I am a serial killer, or at least a serial killer in training. Especially considering the lengths that I went to conceal my clowning from my family. Many began to suspect, but they suspected all the wrong things. Come on, people. Don't judge everybody based upon the exploits of sinister characters in movies and TV shows. Casey used to be a manager of the KFC franchise. Why aren't they targeted as prospective psychos? Must be the big money. Fucking PepsiCo. Taco fucking Bell. All owned by the same corporation. Yeesh. Their public relations people must have had to work overtime on that one. I mean, they didn't buy him out until 1986, but still, they should have inherited it. I guess I'm just sad that some people get singled out, while others get a pass. Every night, I think about putting a gun in my mouth. Instead, I put a bottle. 3 bottles, actually. A bottle of butterscotch schnapps, a bottle of Percocet, and a bottle of Adderall. Not that I've ever gone to a kid's party drunk or fucked up. That wouldn't be cool. Wink, wink. But weddings, they're cool. Though what kind of maniac hires a clown for their wedding? I'll tell you. Freaks. Not as much of a bunch of freaks as the family that hired me to gig a funeral. Those people had serious problems. It was an event for a juggalo's suicide or overdose. It can be hard to tell. And what a depressing day that was. Did you know that some of the juggalos dress up as a clown for concerts? Fewer others make it a daily thing. Shit, I've even seen a guy on TikTok with full-on tattooed clown makeup on his face. He was getting it removed with lasers. Damn, you could be something and not have it be your entire identity. Know that? For a long time, I kept my clown thing under wraps. I knew my family wouldn't understand. Evangelical fundamentalist uber-Christians. They always had something to say about anything I ever chose to do, and it was usually dismissive. Fuck them. They never supported me. When they got older, though, things changed. My parents started calling me more and more, needing me to take care of their daily expenses, to fix their cell phones, their internet connection. "Why don't you get a real job?" they always said to me. "Why don't you learn how to work your own phone and computer instead of bothering me all the time?" I would reply in my little mocking voice. As far as they knew, they were only aware of my status as an ice cream man. Still not such an illustrious position, no. Still, it paid the bills. Sort of. I mean, it's piss-poor money, but I survive enough to eat TV dinners 6 nights a week. And on Friday, I spring for dinner at a local restaurant I used to work at as a waiter. Why'd I stop being a waiter? The abuse. Although I do get a ton of abuse as a clown. But at least it's somewhat warranted. Make the buffoon look stupid. Throw peanuts at his head. I think it's the makeup and the mask that allows me to move past the onslaught of angry crowds of miniature demons, like a well-tempered suit of armor. Not that I hate kids, I like some of them, the ones who aren't fuckheads. Except the abuse got worse when clown fever descended upon America. It went from kids hurling snacks to adults hurling full bottles of beer at my head. One time, by accident, a belligerent uncle slipped on my prop banana peel, so he busted a bottle of Bush over my skull. It fractured the bottle and my brain box. 6 months of physical therapy later, I was back on my feet, and in another 6 months, I was working again. The brain damage is still repairing, but I had to get back to making that paper. I couldn't live off my ex-girlfriend's goodwill and decent paying job forever. As a clown, I never qualified for unemployment. Fucking gig work. I get paid in cash when the work is completed. But sometimes I don't get paid at all, usually when I do a kiddie party where many of the adults are elsewhere, walled up in the nearest bathroom, smoking and shooting meth and heroin, probably jerking each other off. While the kids watch Dora the Explorer or the Oogie Loves or some shit like that. I've had to learn to identify the signs. It's easy to tell when you arrive at the house. They're either hoarders, addicts, drunks, or all three simultaneously. Fuck, I wish I hadn't failed out of real school. I wanted to be a sci-fi novelist. Har har. Yeah, call me Isaac Asimov or L. Ron. I published a few stories in a few little lit mags, made $25. My family didn't care. You know, I racked up so much dough in student loans that Uncle Sam to me now is basically the mafia. Godfather motherfuckers. They tell you that you can't get a good job without a degree. Then you go to school, get the loan, and if you don't do well, like failing a couple classes and having to retake them, you get screwed big time. That's why I kind of like the under-the-table gigs in that respect. Because if I had a real paycheck, they'd garnish the fuck out of me. I still owe $30,000. And how much have I paid off? $1,376.01. And I'm 38, past my best years. Yes, here I am, still trying to be optimistic even with the overwhelmingness of depression bearing down upon me day after day. After all, my day may yet come. Until then, though, I do my best to work the beat. The clown beat. I've got to promote myself. I advertise mostly through word of mouth, plus a teensy bit of social media stuff. Biscuits the Clown has 162 followers on Twitter. Isn't that swell? I'm not begging for your validation. Think of me what you will. Rest assured I would never hurt the kids, and I always try to be honest, to a fault. And that has gotten me in trouble. One morning I was fresh out of pills. I had a scheduled party for these sick little Siamese triplets. I call them the Demon Spawn. And I'd done a Pizza Hut party with them the year before, so I had a strong idea of what I was in for. That gives you an idea of how bad things were getting. It was the summer of Corona. The Second American Civil War was breaking out, and everything was fucked to hell. This party, it wasn't exactly legal, but in Washington State, there was a strong level of denial going on, saying it was all a hoax thanks to President Asshole. So the white people were still throwing parties and things. Yes, they got shamed on social media, but they also were met with a lot of support. This American entitlement, it made me sick to think about. At least I was going to make $200 if I could stomach dealing with those damn psycho children for 4 hours. I sent a series of anguished text messages to my dealer, a fellow clown named Broski the Clown. I hated his fucking name, but I didn't tell him that. No, he had a good business. He'd do parties, then he'd have an affinity for slipping away at one point or another and stealing the medication out of the bedrooms and bathrooms. The kids had a lot of Adderall. Their parents had the Xannies. The grandmother had the painkillers. All I needed to keep me level and going. No reply. Beads of frozen sweat formed on my forehead. I hated that feeling. I hated it so much. But did it stop me from getting high and maintaining? No, it did not. I gulped. Then I went to the medicine cabinet, downed some Imodium, a few ibuprofen, and a cyclobenzaprine for my muscles. It was time to shit, shower, and shave, and that should have been that. Nothing interesting there. Except as time passed, the very act of moving around became a trial. By the time I got to shaving, my hands were shaking a lot. I ran the naked straight razor blade down over my chin and throat. I suddenly exclaimed, reeling back. Choo! Shit! I dropped the razor into the sink. Droplets of crimson followed. Oh man, I thought. How bad is it? I leaned close to the filthy soap scum-stained mirror and adjusted my eyes. I'd given myself a good and long one. Not a cock, but a slice of dice-a-rooney. Damn it! I said, clutching my throat. There was a 1-inch long incision under my chin, about a millimeter away from my carotid artery. I turned away from the sink quickly, and blood fell to the floor. Woof! It was my dog, Dump-O. Such a raggedy old thing, lab retriever mix, chestnut fur, forever matted, covered in flea bite scars. But that's why I loved him. He had a ton of character. We were two kindred spirits, dirty, filthy, and a little annoying to boot. Dump-O bent down and helped himself to the interesting liquid on the floor mixed with hair and tiny little bits of loose toilet paper. Hey! I yelled, shaking my free fist. Don't lick that up. That's gross. Dump-O looked at me like I was the biggest piece of shit in the world. Perhaps not. Perhaps this is how my mental illness filters the real world. Forever negative. No hope, no escape, no love, no ring-a-ling-ling-ding. My phone, I had to answer it, and that resulted in me leaving a trail of red from my bedroom bathroom to my kitchen. It was the client. The demon spawns his mother. Hello? Said she in an already strident tone. Is this baskets or whatever? Biscuits, I replied. I had to remain cool and collected. Otherwise, I might lose the job. I'm getting ready for the party today. Good. You were late as hell last year. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. I shook my head. I was exactly on time that day. I know I was, but there's no arguing with this pissy white trash. She was looking for confrontation even when she wasn't. And I hate people like that. Just let me do my job so I can go home and drink myself into a stupor, will ya? The coronavirus didn't make this any easier. In fact, this was my first party in several weeks. I was having to settle for those lame-ass virtual Zoom conference parties. Awkward. Stiff, not my kind of thing. Admittedly, but until they lift those quarantines, it was something I was going to have to deal with. That's why I was hopeful about that day. A real party. Real kids. Real parents. I should be shitting myself simple, but I am not. Then again, painkillers do cause constipation. I'd snorted a fistful of hydromorphone scooped up from a terminal case. The effects only last 2 to 4 hours, and it was beginning to wear off. If I wasn't such a tool, I would have saved enough to last for later. But I guess that's what makes me an addict. Look at me, Ma. Look at me now. I finished the convo with the mummy. By the time I was finished, I was regretting many of my own life decisions. Jesus. I'll be there on time, was my answer, and I'll make them kids of yours laugh like they ain't never seen before. Yeah, right, said the mom. We only hired you to distract the goddamn kids while we throw back some bushies at the backyard bonfire. Know what I mean? Well, I hope you know that I'm not technically a licensed babysitter. The other parents don't know that. This was going to be a blast, I thought. I said goodbye. Then I attended to the blood spatters and spurts. Cold sweat exuded from my pores, and I started feeling extremely freezing. And then seconds later, feeling unbearably hot. Welcome to my world. It's hell on earth. I superglued the spot on my chin so that it stopped leaking all over the place and so that I could put on the makeup. Makeup? What a pain in the ass. I hate doing shit in the mirror. By the time I put my face on, my nose was running. So I jammed some cotton balls in my nostrils. Then I put a big, ugly red nose on top of it. Ready to go, Kokomo Joe, I thought. I got in my smart car, a gift from my ex-girlfriend's parents. They really thought I was going places. Decorated to look like a cartoon mouse eating cheese. I hate cheese, and I hate mice. I told the guy at the shop, make my car funny, and do it on a dime. And he did, fucking jackass. And I've been spending the past 4 months fucking around with civil court trying to get my money back from that guy. Starting the engine, my vehicle volume was about 2 farts above a whisper. I put her in gear and took off forward, nearly running over a group of kids barreling around the neighborhood in their parents' fucking golf cart. Out of the way, you dummies, I warned. Ah, go suck yourself off, you hideous clown, said one of the passengers, a smart-mouthed little bastard with a laughable bowl cut atop his dome. Have a great day to you, too, I replied, shaking my head. They weren't wearing masks either. What the fuck is happening today? Living in blanks America, living like shit pulled out of an ALA hooker's asshole. Please pardon my French. Not being around to curse around the kiddos. I kind of grates on the nerves after a while. I continued forward towards my destination. More road rage, old people in front, old people behind, and they're driving slower than they should ever possibly be deemed tolerable. Out of the way, Matlock! I yelled out the window. I'm on the way to a job. Feh, said the old man. Instead of going faster, he feathered his brakes so I would almost slam into the back of him. Come on, I screamed, laying hard on the horn. What in 7 fucks is the matter with you? Brakes again. The bumper of my clown car came so close I could feel like I could smell the old man's breath from here. It smelled of whitefish, pickled, Reuben sandwiches. Gross. Horns again. This time the old man jammed on his brakes so that I slammed into him. But I suppose slam isn't the best word. Nudge probably would have been better. But this old coot, he acted like I was the biggest criminal fuck-up on the planet. We pulled over to the shoulder and both got out. "Oh, it's never every day you get hit by a goddamned clown," said he. He was wearing an ill-fitting Bloomsday 2003 sweatshirt, a black fanny pack overflowing with diabetes paraphernalia, and huge Roger Stone-style sunglasses. In his hand was a gun. And I hate to tell you, but it made me nervous. Real nervous. We're more nervous than a white man should be here in Washington State. The most wonderfully racist white man's paradise on earth. Just don't go to Seattle. God ordained that this country belonged to us from coast to coast. If not, why did he allow us to take it from the Indians? Or does God even exist when considering stuff like this? I don't know. And now look at the results. Old entitled fucks driving 2 miles per hour on the fucking highway. Now he's got his pea shooter and he's going to throw his weight around, eh? Well, fuck him. "Well, this is your fault," said the old man. He punctuated his sentences with his gun. He even went as far as to make his own pantomime quotation marks with that extra flourish. "You kept hitting your brakes to fuck with me," I replied. To that the old man reeled backwards with disgust. "Oh, don't you curse at me. I'm an American, and to that effect, I'll say whatever I damn well please, especially since I get the feeling that you say the fucking same shit all the goddamn time when it suits your needs." I pulled out my insurance information. Thank cheese-it-eating Jesus Christ, that I had renewed the paper somewhat recently, because I would have been in big trouble then. "Oh, you're one of them libtard millennial snowflakes that must have voted for began the old man. At that point, I tuned out, stopped listening. It was a useful skill to have while working with so many damned annoying fucking kids all the time. I bit my lip and waited for the police to arrive, calling ahead to the family I was at the moment inconveniencing. "Hold on, you stink pot," I told him. I shooed him away. "I've got a work call to make, since it's clear I'm going to be late thanks to your fucking games." "Well, you should tell them that you tried to kill an elderly man on the Liberty Lake Town Council," said the old bastard. "I'm really laughing now, clown. Har har. Got any tickets left to the circus?" Listen, I spoke into the receiver, making a point to shield it with my hands to block any unnecessary outbursts from Captain Hemorrhoid. "Mrs. Postlethwaite, I got into an accident on I-90. "Don't say another word," said she bitingly. "I don't want to hear it. We've got a room full of kids. They're fighting each other, pulling each other's hair, screaming, 'Where is the clown, Mommy? Where is he?' Tell them the clown will be right there. After filing a report, and that he's going to be a lot funnier than anyone or anything they'd ever witnessed before." "I find that hard to believe," said Mrs. Postlethwaite. "You've got 5 minutes to get here, or I'm ripping up the check and pissing on it." "There's no way I'm going to be able to..." Click. Did this bitch just fucking hang up on me? She did. I made it over there in 27 minutes. It's a miracle. I was in such a rush to park that I blocked one of their neighbors in their driveway. Instead of confrontation, I was to return to a sternly worded note left underneath my windshield wiper. Fuck it, fuck them, and fuck everybody. I ran up to the door with my bag of tricks, put on my rainbow polka dot surgical mask, and knocked excitedly. I could hear the kids inside fighting or playing, sometimes it's hard to tell, and the parents yelling over them. My stomach churned into a tempest of unbecoming anguish, and my back was soaked with sweat. I had to go to the bathroom in a big way. But I had to be cool about it. "What do you want, clown?" said Mrs. June Postlethwaite. She was much more attractive in person than her voice sounded over the phone. If I'd never encountered her, I would have thought she was a 60-year-old fuddy-duddy churchgoer with a stick up her ass. Well, at least one part of that statement was true. "Sorry I'm late," I told her. "You'd better be," said she. Then she pointed down the hallway. "Now get to clowning." "Can I use your restroom first?" I asked. "I guess. First door in the hall on the right, but you better not be going in there to shoot up or snort a key or whatever it is you do." I'm not. I hastily pushed through the little party-goers and drunken relatives, clenching everything I could. Thankfully, the bathroom was empty. Inside, I couldn't help but take a peek at what was inside the medicine cabinet. Jackpot! I caught sight of a lonely little faded old bottle of Oxy. I picked it up, shook it, and looked at it in the light. Wait, I thought, I just got here. Now I'm already ready to get myself kicked out on some bullshit? Aren't I better than this? No. Yes. I put it back, realizing my urge to go. 10 excruciating minutes later, I emerged, wiping the sweat from my brow. I had to reapply some of the makeup, but it wasn't anything I couldn't handle. "Hey, kids," I exclaimed, waving my hands. "Are you ready to have some fun?" "No," said one smart-ass. I gave him death dagger eyes and continued with my shtick. It was altogether embarrassing. Humiliating. By the end, the kids were pitching rocks and any junk they could pick up at my face. But I got my check minus the time I spent in the shitter. And with that, I bid them adieu. One little whippersnapper latched onto my knees and refused to let go. "Don't leave," he pleaded. "You just got here." "Oh, I have to leave, little guy," I said, gazing into his big watery eyes. "I got, more parties to visit, more smiles to spread. A teary goodbye." Of course, nothing happened as well as planned. When I got out to my car, the battery was dead. I returned to the door in hopes of a helpful parent and a set of jumper cables. But the Postlewaithes wouldn't answer the door despite my repeated attempts at knocking. What a bunch of jerks. Then I heard the father screaming at the top of his lungs. He had been mostly silent during the performance. It had made me uneasy. Something about him stood out as strange, and not in the Art Carney and Jackie Coogan meets Simon and Garfunkel on acid kind of way I'm used to. "That's the last time I tell you to shut up," boomed the father, Tobias. "The next time I'll kill you." I knocked again, this time a little bit harder than before. Still no answer. I heard a calamitous din from inside the house, crashing, smashing, the intermittent screams of small children. They didn't deserve this. I turned tail and was walking away. After all, this is Washington State, where domestic abuse is ordered for the day. In many households. Something about the culture I can't put my finger on, but it's poisonous. It ruins families and individual lives. Then I heard a gunshot. Pow! Oh shit, I thought. If I hadn't almost crapped myself earlier, I definitely would have then. But if there was any better excuse for a clown to come to the rescue, this was it. Then I put a gloved fist through one of the panels in the glass door. Then I twisted my arm around like so and popped open the lock. "Is everyone okay?" I asked, sounding alarmed but still a little clowny. But who wouldn't be right now? "No, Daddy! No!" Shit. There was no telling how much time I had before Pappy put a bullet in one, two, or all of them for reasons I couldn't even begin to understand. It's always something like, "God spoke to me. He said I needed to kill my entire family." Well, not on my watch. Not that it was ever my watch in the first place. But it gave me a hell of a good reason to sneak back into that bathroom to get what I should have gotten before. Now, that's not 100% of why I forced entry. No, it was merely a different flavor icing atop the cake. Guilt was the mainstay. I felt a slight charge, thinking that there was a strong possibility I'd enter the bathroom again. That's the brain's own opioids, firing on a few remaining cylinders. Enjoy the feeling, pal. Enjoy it while it lasts, because it never does. Crack! The sound of a leather strap meeting skin, a belt, a razor strap, or something else similar. It reminded me of my youth. God damn it. I could smell our old house. The back room my father used to take me to whoop my ass. Whoop was the word he used, but in my opinion, it wasn't strong enough for one. Massacre sounded more appropriate. He tried to beat the clown out of me, the smart ass. He tried to beat the gay out too, thinking that was why I had a huge hard-on for makeup. Fuck you, Dad. You were a bastard. And I'm glad I left you with my overbearing, half-crazed brother Dale as a conservator. He hated you even more than I. I haven't seen you for a few years, Dad, but I'm happy to believe that Dale has you locked away from friends and relatives, marinating in your own shit and piss day after day in between mini strokes. But don't judge me until you've walked 10 miles in my floppy shoes. Thank you. I hurtled around the corner. There was blood pooling on the floor. Fuck. No, this is for you belittling me, said Mr. Tobias Postlethwaite. He did not look up from his foul works with a gun in one hand and a rolled-up belt in the other. He kept staring. Over and over, over and over and over and over again. He kept reiterating to himself, increasing in intensity until his manic whispers became tortured lamentations, all the while rubbing the handle of his gun with crimson hands. You did this, you and your damn devil womb birthing me, Antichrist, and after Antichrist. What did I do to deserve this? Nothing, not a goddamn thing. Here lay one dead wife, shot in the head. She was still moving. She's not dead yet, though I was not sure as to whether it was because she was alive or if it was from involuntary post-mortem muscle contractions. I was more apt to select option number 2. The children were weeping in the corner, 3 of them dressed in Pooh Bear pajamas. They were once ready for bed. Now there was little hope for restful sleep in their futures. I made a shushing sound and whispered, "It's okay. I'm going to get you out of here somehow." Then the oldest boy, Abel, pointed to me immediately and stopped wailing and squealed, "It's the clown! It's the clown! He's a little scary, but funny too. I missed him so much that..." That got Dad's attention. His head perked up and he noticed me. "You!" he screamed. He stepped over June's body. I gave him a weak half wave and looked around for a weapon. Fuck. Asshole Waith must have been building up to this over a long period of time. Just my luck that I happened to stumble upon it the day it boiled over. But maybe it was divine providence. "You should have minded your own business," roared Tobias. He then pointed the gun at me and fired. Pow! I dove to the ground. My shoes made a moderately amusing honk on the way down. It brought the smallest of smiles to my panicked and weary face. Before he could readjust his aim, I had already picked myself up while the children ran off in all different directions. I picked up a coffee mug with the words, "A day without you, Daddy, is a day without sunshine. Love, June and the kiddos." Now, how sad is that? There must have been love in this family at some point. But where was it now? It was cast off into the wind, never to return again. I hurled the coffee mug at Tobias's head. It smashed into a cloud of sharp fragments, and he faltered in his approach to shield himself. I made a frantic dash to the bathroom. Tobias let off 2 more shots while I slipped by him. Once I was inside, I hit the lock. Then I dialed 911 on my phone and put it in my pocket with the sound muted. By this time, Tobias was trying to shoot the lock off the door. I grabbed the pills out of the medicine cabinet and dove into the tub. Thankfully, the porcelain protected me from a near full clip of bullets. There was a pause. I heard him fumbling around, reloading. So I undid the cap and spilled pills all over my chest. Some lost down the drain, collateral damage. Shit. But some of it made it into my mouth and subsequently down my gullet. And that was what counted, truly. That was what I needed to alleviate my acute withdrawal condition. It wasn't Popeye with an infusion of spinach, but it was damn close. I felt alive, more alive than I'd been this past week, which I would characterize as a living death. A sense of vigor entered me. Not my member. No, not with the kiddos around. Tobias loosened the door from its fixtures, broke the knob off, and kicked it down to the floor. Boom! Spare the rod, spoil the child, said Tobias, entering the room, hunched down with his chin drawn up close to his chest, pointing the business end of the weapon at any old sight or sound he came across. But what do we do? What do we do? What do we do when the child groweth up to become a sinful manifestation of Lucifer's grand army? We cannot allow the beast to remain. No. You're out of your fucking mind, I said to him, gazing him deep into his cold, dead eyes. I'm sure that's what they said to innumerable prophets throughout the course of ages, but did that prevent them from accomplishing the Lord's work? I reached over the lip of the tub. There had to be something to defend myself with. My hands met with a wooden object, the handle of a toilet plunger. Aren't you the funniest clown in the circus, are you? Said Tobias in a low growl. I distracted him with one arm, swinging the plunger around while continuing to fish around with the other. My fingers encountered bottles of shampoo. The conditioner was a significantly larger volume, and it provided an excellent missile for throwing. I threw the bottle hard at his hand. Then, when he glanced downward, wincing with pain, I jabbed him with the rubber end of the plunger. I forced it into his face, wriggled it until it stuck there, and I popped the end of the handle so that it wobbled back and forth. Then I went for his weapon. And that was the moment I first recognized the growing sound of sirens in the distance. Come on, you lazy donut-eating bastards, I thought. Get here quick. But the way this town was, they were taking their sweet time, even considering that this was a potential emergency. Fucking Reuben's Orchard. The most this place has going for it are their eponymous sandos. Not that I'd ever be caught dead eating one. This guy would, though. I could tell. I could smell the sauerkraut in his pores deep before reaffirming my efforts and wrenching it away. As soon as the gun was pulled away from him, the clip dropped out and landed on the floor. Bullets popped out and rolled all over the place. Half of the loose rounds joined the Percocet languishing in the drain. I bent down and tried to scoop up whatever bullets possible while Tobias freed himself. He popped the plunger off his face like so. You will not prevent me from doing what I need to do, said Tobias, or you too shall meet the Lord today as well. Not if you do first. I charged him like how I imagined I'd sack a quarterback in a different life, low, down, and dirty. Tobias fell down backwards and thus struck his head on the sink, leaving a bright bloody stain across the basin. Doth thou have any other tricks, foul devil? Uttered Tobias. You never know, Toby, I replied with a smirk. I might surprise you. I shall meet thee halfway, said Tobias. His hands kept searching for something to grab onto, but he kept slipping on his own blood and a loose bar of Kraft soap, which led to frustration. How could you do that to your wife? I asked, not exactly expecting a coherent reply. You're sick. You're a sick motherfucking son of a bitch. Tobias pulled one of the fixtures connecting the faucets, or pulled out one of the fixtures connecting the faucets and the water line. A gush of high-pressure spray followed. The husband from hell redirected the water to spray into my mouth. I guess he was trying to drown me. Well, he came pretty damn close. But despite the unrelenting flow of liquid, I spat it back at him. Some of it came out of my nose as I did so. The pain, it was legendary. A few moments of this, and I could barely tell which way was up. So I had to show Tobias which way was down, because I was planning on sending him to hell one way or another. I hit Tobias in the jaw. Then I hit him with a glancing blow that burst something in his left ear. Blood poured forth, and I knew not to relent. Not now, not with the villainous cur on the ropes like this. "Whatso a man doeth to the least of his brothers," said Tobias with another half-baked Bible quote, "that he hath done unto me." I throttled him by the collar of his shirt and brought his face up close to mine. "If you're Jesus, then I must be fucking Santa Claus." Wham! A headbutt from Tobias disoriented me. My field of vision was becoming overtaken by a sharp white flash. It knocked me backwards, and it allowed an opening for Tobias to climb back up on top of me, to begin pounding my face into the pale yellow linoleum. I reeled back and bit his knuckle on the downswing. Neither his hand nor my jaw could handle the extra added stress. One of my incisors shattered into splinters, but that didn't stop my bite. No, I was in it to win it, regardless of the circumstances. "By the hand of Moses I shall smite thee," roared Tobias. He clasped his hands together and brought down a hammer blow upon my clavicle. "What's the matter with you fucknuts? Moses ain't rooting for you. He's, again." Tobias brought down his united fists. A crack from within me was followed by a pronounced torrent of pain. Was that the sensation of my own bones about to break? I thought these painkillers were supposed to, kill pain. No, they served simply to dull it. I kicked Tobias off. He fell over the side of the tub. Taking advantage, I leapt out, making it a point to step on his testicles with a heavy foot and throw open the closet. What was there that could turn the tables? Instead of grabbing any one thing, I pulled the shelves out so that whatever lay upon them cascaded to the floor beneath in the ever-growing puddle that wasn't going to stop until someone turned the water off at its source in the basement. I found a foot bath full of hardened wax. Hefting it up, I brought it down on the bridge of the madman's nose. Then I did it again and again until pieces of the foot bath were flying all over. Then with the utmost haste, I wrapped the cord around his neck and tightened it as far as it would go. The color drained out of his face, aside from the area immediately surrounding the constricting cable. "As long as God is just," uttered Tobias, his eyes glassy and unfocused, "you will not be able to beat me." "God," I spoke, "grant me the serenity to shut this motherfucker up for good." Tobias threw a series of elbows, increasing in intensity. The first two easily dodged with quick lateral motions. The next three, not so much. Each impact weakened my stance, feet planted firmly down until Tobias was able to escape the grapple. I threw a roundhouse. He dodged right, feinted. He threw a fierce jab into my larynx. "Ah!" I screamed, clutching my throat as the breath got caught halfway. Tobias calmly smiled and got behind me, positioning himself to ostensibly deliver a killing blow, a coup de grace executioner style. "Get off of me!" I cried. Tobias had me up against the proverbial ropes. He knew it, and I knew it too. "This would be a great time to save the faithful, O Lord," I prayed. I'm the one with the faith, as unconventional as it may be. The good will ultimately prevail. Right? It has to. I shifted my weight so that Tobias fell over top of me. Seeing a newfound advantage, I put my big honking shoe on his throat and held it down. There was movement in the periphery of my vision, as clouded as it was with pain, panic, and blood spray. It was the police, finally here to rescue me, and the kids too. I'd never been so enthralled to see a donut eater show up at the back doorstep, but the story's not over. No. "Put your hands on your head," said who I assumed to be the commanding officer. They weren't shy about showing off their pieces. "You see that?" said another, a younger guy with a mustache bushier than it ever should have been. "It's one of them clowns." "Ain't you ever seen the internet?" said yet another, a typical fat, lazy cop. "He's the killer." "Thank God you're here," I exclaimed, ultimately exasperated. "This psycho just shot his wife. I was here earlier entertaining for a children's party and Shut up, psycho clown, said the mustache. Save it for the jury. I'm the one who called you a guy, as I tried to explain, but it was tough with the real murderer inches away from my face, ready to slay at the slightest opportunity. Let the homeowner go, said the fat cop. More officers advanced inside the domicile from behind them. The crackle of radios filled the air to a seemingly intolerable degree. Now, tick, tick-tock, tick-tock. Time's running up for this mouse. My life, it flashed before my eyes. What a shit life. To sum it all up, wasted. I came to the conclusion that I had two choices, maybe three. One, do as they say, let him go. He kills me and maybe all the cops, but maybe just me and maybe the fat guy. I don't know. Two, kill him. They killed me, but the killer's dead. Maybe they'll even figure out the real story here. Those detectives should get to detecting. They might find something out. The truth. Three, drop him, run out the door. If I'm lucky, I'll only catch 2 or 3 bullets in my back. With a bit of luck, I might have the luxury of suffering quietly on the lam as my face gets plastered on every TV screen from here to bumfuck USA. Death by massive infection. Sepsis. They find me dead in a lean-to in the woods 6 months from now. Not a lot of good choices to pick from. What should I do? What should I? Crack! Not exactly a believer in the American criminal justice system. I put all my weight down on him at once. It was a harrowing sound, akin to the snapping of bone-dry timber. I kicked Tobias away. I stood tall, beaming for all but a brief, pure moment as the Rubens Fall police department filled me full of holes. I lay before them, gazing into their souls, with blood spurting out of my nose and ears. In time, they would figure things out on their own. But today, they had their perp, their killer, and he was a psycho clown for the ages. Woo! Yeah, there we go. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed Manzoni in the morning. I'm going to try to come out with new episodes more often. We're definitely going to have an Election Day special, I tell you that much. But for now, good morning, good day, good evening, and have a great time. Try to live your life despite all the bullshit and persist, and survive. And be filled with love and joy for existence. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. This has been Manzoni in the Morning, the podcast you know best for poetry and writing and all the other things.
Manzoni.
Thank you.
In the morning show. Manzoni in the morning show. Manzoni in the morning show. You don't know where you're gonna go.